Hello my dear friend, this is Phil again. Welcome back to my channel. So I assume this will be my first ever video in 2024. I was just recording some of it in 2023. Hopefully you guys already had a lovely Christmas and New Year holiday break. You and your family had a lot of unforgettable, joyful moments. Now let's get back to the business, alright? I've told you I'm really looking forward to have this circuit breaker, this new, looks like 10mm, but actually in the core, an energy pistol, because it has some very unique and powerful features, which none of the other weapon can have. Now here, it's the gun itself. Without using any different skin, the original skin is very beautiful already. This thing, initially I thought it's a silencer, but apparently it's a transparent tube, and this specific device actually made this gun into an energy weapon. It's actually called, what do you call it? Energy muzzle. And I just modded it as much as I can to reduce the AP cost. So this is the 14 AP cost. I can stay in that with my blooded build for a while with this number. And it gave me 15% reload speed and 50% armor penetration. That is basically an AA energy pistol or laser pistol. It's very typical, very good roll already. The third feature or third legendary effect is a twisted last shot legendary effect. So this last shot will give an explosion with a radius of 50 feet, and with the Grenadier perk this explosion area will be enormously large and will stun enemy for 10 seconds. It also causes 100 points of true damage, which actually ignore enemies' resistance, ignore their damage reduction perks as well. That's 100 points right away removed from their HP pool, and will also do another 50 energy damage, which is explosive. But let's find out together, because I didn't play this gun yet. I really want to leave this to enjoy that with every one of you. So this is the gun. It shoots like electric. Has a cool effect, and it has only 8 rounds per magazine, and the last round is exactly what we want. So I'd prefer this gun have only 1 bullet in the magazine. Now let's find some test subjects, and I think the mutant will be more than happy to support us on this. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, this character is my pistol build. So this is the perk loadout. It's pretty much maxed the output of a pistol. I do not use any temporary buff, and I do have take one for the team in my legendary loadout. And follow through probably will not work because this gun is loud. It's going to be hard for us to actually stay in stealth while shooting people from short distance. Let's find out whether it works as we expected. Okay, so far so good. Now the last shot. Ooh. See, the last shot is really powerful. I suppose they are stunned, but how come they still attacking me? Hey, you are stunned as well. So the last shot is really powerful and beautiful, I have to say. It's very beautiful. And this gun uses cell instead of 10mm. And can kill people pretty fast, especially on those super mutants. I don't even really need to wait for the last shot to get them down. However, the interesting thing is those guys need to be stunned for 10 seconds, which I didn't actually see it happens. I do see some kind of electronic sparks around the target, and I suppose they should be stunned. However, they still attacks me when I get closer. For example, Doggy just now. I don't know whether the ranged enemy gonna shoot me even when they are stunned. Let's find another one to try. We tried not to kill him before the last shot. Okay, I do find out that if you didn't actually hit anything, especially you didn't hit any targets in your last shot, the effect will not be triggered. So if I shoot the last bullet to the ground, you won't see anything. There's no effect whatsoever. So you can't just shoot on the ground next to your enemy's foot and expect them to be stunned. You have to shoot on target. Okay, so for the ranged enemy, at least for this super mutant, if they get stunned, they will not shooting you. So for the melee attack enemy, if you are close to them, they will attack you. It doesn't matter whether they are stunned or not. Yeah, I'm here. Oh! That 10 seconds? I don't think that's 10 seconds. How come 10 seconds is so fast? A small feels like only 5 seconds. Anyway, this gun, it is powerful when you have the last shot. And because it's basically a laser pistol, it's loud. It's basically not possible to stay in stealth mode. And you're gonna have to fight enemy face to face. I mean, that is probably not the best strategy for a pistol build, especially for a blooded one. But I mean, if you are full-blooded character, you're probably gonna benefit more out of this gun, because the last shot of this gun is not affected by whether you are blooded or not. Because that, as I mentioned, the 100 damage of the last shot is a guaranteed 2 damage. So now it's getting interesting. Let's test this gun on a flying subject. I heard you can stun the Scorch Beast. In the air. Yeah, they actually kind of stand, but... What? Hey! It doesn't work. How? Is it because I'm too far away from it? But the last stun didn't work. Okay, this time it works. It does stand, and when it stands, it still swing his wings. That's not fair. But it's interesting. I just don't understand how the hell a stand Scorch Beast still swing his wings, and he can stay in the air where it stands. So it's basically not a stand. It's I don't know, how do you call it? It's kind of effect to just stop things moving forward and backward, but it does not stop any of your limbs works. You can still move your arm and legs and talking. It just, you're not moving forward or backward or left and right. It's more like you got Strangled, yes, that's probably the best word to actually describe this effect. You're actually strangled in the specific location, cannot move, but you can still move your body parts. Like you can still move your tongue and mouth to talk. You can still swing your wings, but you can be strangled in the middle of the air. That's very strange. Alright, I will need a bit more time to test this gun, but this is the first initial impression I had. Oh, hello my dear friend, this is Phil again. First of all, Happy New Year. I wish all of you have a great, wonderful, insanely happy 2024. As I said in the last year, the first part of this video has been made before the new year, and this is the second part. It's made after I came back from my holiday. It was amazing. But I'm not gonna give you a lot of information about my holiday in this video, because here I want to finish my review on the circuit breaker. As you can see, I'm actually in my power armor, because as I discovered in the first part of the video, this gun is not silenced. It is really difficult for blooded build to use it, especially you are in the middle of the field with a lot of different mobs shooting at you at the same time. Now the only possible scenario that this gun will make some kind of effect or impact to the battle is when you're actually fighting something big, something really hard to kill. You have to keep on shooting at it, and it's very dangerous as well because its attack can be fatal. The one thing I can think about here is the Murloc Queen, because the poison and the melee damage can be deadly for blooded builds. So here I'm gonna figure out whether this gun is capable of strangle that Murloc Queen. Once it's strangled the first time, I can keep on shooting it. So every 8 rounds I can actually strangle it, so it has no chance to attack me before I killed her. Now let's start the test. I need to knock the door. There's the Murloc. It's a friendly one. Great. So now where? Ah, there you go. 1, 2. Why are you still moving? Why are you still moving? Jeez. You're supposed to stand there. Don't move. And he's actually shooting at me. Even get strangled. That. Oh, jeez. Alright. The test shows the strangler effect or the stun effect of this gun can probably not stack on the top of each other. If you can keep on shooting at this guy or any big mobs with your last round inside the magazine and you trigger the explosion effect, but the stun effect will not be always triggered somehow. There's 2 possible reasons I can only think at the moment. The first one is there is a CD time or a time gap between each stun. So if you stun the creature, you have to wait for a certain time to actually stun it again, which I need to actually check with the data miner to confirm. The second one is the gun just bugged. It's not gonna trigger the stun effect every time for God's knowing what reason that is. But to summarize, this gun will not be able to help you to keep the strongest mob of one place, even if you keep on triggering the explosion effect, which currently means this gun is almost useless. Now here is the pro and the con of this gun. That's the summary. Let's start with the pro because it's going to be very short. It has beautiful effect when the explosion is triggered, and it does cause hundreds real or true HP damage to whatever mobs you're shooting at with the last round in your magazine. And that's the only pro I can think about at the moment. Nothing more. Then the cons. It's not a very powerful gun because the damage is not great, even comparing with the standard laser pistol. The laser pistol, capped at 45 level, give you 44 base damage, and this gun only give you 40 at level 50. The second con is it's not flexible in terms of molding. You cannot have automatic receivers. You cannot put primer on it. You cannot put a silencer. And the third con is it's a loud weapon, which means stealth builds is not be able to use this gun in the real combat. Fourth, the stun effect is good, but it cannot be triggered always. For example, if the last round hit the ground, it will not trigger the explosion. If the last round kill your target, it will not trigger the explosion. If you're shooting the hard mob like a boss, the stun effect cannot be reliably triggered continuously. And with so many cons and almost trivial pros, I will say all my effort to actually get this gun is wasted, because the only place for this gun is my stash. It will stay in my stash box probably forever if Beth will not be able to boost it. And currently, my most reliable pistol is still my 2-shot crowd alien blaster. My second go-to gun will be my plasma thrower. And the third one will be my 10mm auto pistol. Pathetical, isn't it? But this gun is quiet. I can stay alive with it and can do a lot of damage as well. But this beautiful little gun is, unfortunately, is not in my go-to list. Currently, I cannot think of any scenario that this gun gonna really play big. Alright, that's gonna draw the conclusion to my review of the circuit breaker. And I hope you guys find somewhere in some scenario this gun can be more effective or can play a big role. But at this moment, I'll just keep it in my stash. Alright, that's everything for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. And please don't forget, you can always give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel to support me. But until next time, Feel Against out.